Kings and Queens, your majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for returning. Trust you and yours are well and you're loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support you give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members, to our anonymous supporters, to all of you my esteemed subscribers. You love to celebrate it and of course appreciate it. So Africa is sitting on the time bomb right now. Yeah, because when you look into what is happening, a lot is going on at the same time. Look at Sudan's situation. Look at, Madagascar. Look at Cameroon. And now Tanzania. That of Sudan, I think the world is not giving attention enough to Sudan. And maybe it's because it's in the continent, they don't care. They are instigating the chaos so that they can benefit. And it's unfortunate that we Africans will never learn. I have understood this by now. And I think I'm okay. I'm at home with it right now. That Africans will never learn from their mistake. It's an unfortunate thing, but it's the truth. It's a fact. That's what we can see. Now, the same trend from Cameroon is the same thing happening right now in Tanzania. A lot of chaos, a lot of destruction, because one selfish and wicked individual want to remain in power forever. Before this woman even went back for a re-election, it's like she had bought the system. The same thing that Paul Biya did in Cameroon. He bought the system, the whole system working for him by his side. The only people against him are the opponent and the youth. Your Majesties. And we can see that African Union like elections like this, like what is happening in Tanzania, what is happening presently in Cameroon as well. This is what African Union likes. African Union have proven that they are not for the liberation of Africa. I'm talking about the leadership of the union now. They are not in favor of the liberation of Africa at all. And that was why I was talking about the funding of unions in the continent, ECOWAS, Africa, all of them that you can think about. It is the Europeans that fund us. Now, how do you want us to betray those people that are funding us? I think this is exactly what is unfolding that we can see. Because it's what those who fund you tell you to do that you do. So, African Union had congratulated Paul Biya. This is not a joke. With what is happening in Cameroon, they are supposed to come out and kick against most of these things that is going on. But they are letting us know that they are behind it. African Union congratulated Paul Biya, the president of Nigeria, Gabon, Central Africa, Chad. All of them have congratulated Paul Biya for election. Look at the chaos happening in the country. You say it's democracy, but this is pure dictatorship. And whenever I talk about my Sahel leaders, some of you get angry and say, okay, they took power by force, they are military leaders. But look at the difference between these leaders in the Sahel and these things unfolding right now. And a lot more will still happen because a lot more countries will soon go in for their election. And since it has started as a trend in Cameroon, it will keep happening. These leaders, they would not want to step down. Now, about this woman, Samia, I think the last discussion I had with you about her was where we're analyzing her, the number of cars she had. Expensive machines, and over 100 of them is a convoy to a president of a country like Tanzania, where people are struggling as well. It's unfortunate, but these are the things that we have going on in the continent of Africa. So at this time, we're saying that we're having elections without choice. Elections without choice. Re-election, like they want to remain forever. They don't want to leave. It's unfortunate. Elections without choice, democracy without freedom. What is democracy? If this is what democracy is, then I think we prefer what is going on in the Sahel, because what is going on in the Sahel is the democracy that we understand. Okay? Because they want to make the Sahel leaders look so fearful, so that when you talk about them, it's like dictatorship, they make you scared. Military leadership is not good. But look at what is going on in the so-called democracy. You have ruled for the 8th time. For the 7th time is not enough. You came back for the 8th time, and the union is congratulating you. The union that should see to the success, the progress of Africa, is supporting such a thing. And I believe they will support what is happening in Tanzania. So, according to information, the president of Tanzania had run to seek refuge in Uganda. Just imagine, in Uganda. You see, the issue of Museveni, I don't know, but I had high hopes in Museveni, to tell you the truth, but what is recently unfolding about Museveni, what I'm seeing happening, I don't know whether I should still trust the dreams that this man have for Africa or not. I don't know. So she had run to safety, at least to the person that has been supporting her, giving her the go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Just like the president of Madagascar did. Okay, Rajolina ran to France. We got to know, okay, he ran to the person that had been supporting him. So she had also run to the one that had been supporting her. So she's there. Her country is on fire because of what she did. She's using the army to destroy people. She's using the army to, the army had even come out and told the masses that any type of demonstration is against the law. So they are ready to kill the masses for them to remain as presidents in these countries. And most of the times, after election, they leave the country. They leave the continent. They don't even sit back to see. Like Paul Biya don't even remain. He's ruling Cameroon from Geneva. He's not even in the continent. He has never been in the continent. During campaign, he only came once. And others did the job for him because he controlled the system. It's unfortunate, it is painful, but these are reality, these are facts that, cannot be overemphasized, Your Majesties. And the truth still remains that if this is how democracy is, then I think these leaders of ours should be ready for more demonstrations from the people, because the people would never sit down and wait again. Like, people are tired right now and they are saying enough is enough. I will leave you with this information. You listen to it and then you give your thoughts and opinion there at the section, Your Majesties.
Tanzanian president, she has freed the country, the dictator. She's in Uganda as we speak. Diamond Platinum, who was behind that dictator lady of Tanzania. Diamond Platinum, as we speak, he has run away with his whole team of Wasafi. They are in Mombasa. Okay? We stand with the people of Tanzania. The people of Tanzania, you should have free and fair elections. We stand with the people of Tanzania. What you are doing is right. You should even do more. Do more to kick that lady. She's a dictator. And don't forget, she was behind the killing of Magufuli. She was behind the killing of Magufuli. Magufuli never died of COVID. Magufuli died of poison that was brought by Museveni. Magufuli was trying to stop Museveni. He has an idea of becoming an East African president. And he has mentioned that many, many times. And Magufuli never liked the ideas of Museveni of dictatorship. That's what Museveni did. He killed Magufuli. Okay? And now recently he just killed Raila Odinga. The lady that's been disturbing people in Tanzania, she has run away. She's in Uganda at Museveni's house called Rachitura. Diamond Platinum, wake up. You see what I did to Kenzo? He stand with Museveni. Right now, Kenzo in Uganda used to be a big artist internationally. Now he's a faded artist in Uganda because of me. I told him, once you stand with the dictator, we'll make sure every radio station, every TV station, no awards global are going to nominate you. Diamond Platinum, I'll do the same thing to you if you don't stand with the people of Tanzania. I'll make you a faded artist. And I can do that. Look at Kenzo. Kenzo used to be everywhere. But right now, he used to charge over $20,000 a show. Now he's charging $200 a show. Okay? Kenzo used to be a global artist on a plane every day. But he went with Museveni and I finished him. Diamond Platinum, you are my Moko. I'm giving you a more chance. Stand with the people of Tanzania. Let them kick the dictator out of Tanzania forever. Let her stay in Uganda. Let her not come back. The people of Tanzania, go Gen Zs. Go East African Gen Zs. We gonna get the whole East Africa back. After Tanzania, we're going to Kenya and Uganda.
Tanzania remains on edge for a second straight day as post-election chaos rocks Dar es Salaam, with reports indicating that at least 30 people have been killed in the past 24 hours. What began as isolated protests has now spiraled into a nationwide crisis by Thursday. The unrest had spilled across the border into Kenya at Namanga. Demonstrators lit bonfires along the highway, forcing Kenyan police to intervene with tear gas to restore order. Jeff Kirui reports.
Tanzania is reeling under a communication blackout following Wednesday's violent outbreak as protesters disputed the elections. Amid the blackout, unconfirmed reports point to rising casualties as the country grapples with its worst political turmoil in years, with 30 people feared dead. At the normally bustling Namanga border town, tension remains high. Businesses have shuttered and travelers have been stranded as protesters chanting anti-government slogans tore down billboards of President Samia Suluhu Hassan, dismissing the elections as fraudulent.
Imepita mpaka juu. Sasa kama mpaka wa Kenya wanashutiwa, kuna wale walikuwa wanaangalia tu, hawako wanaenda kuingia kwa maandamano, lakini wakazudia tu wakaua wa Kenya.
Critics accuse President Hassan of tightening her grip on power by silencing dissent and sidelining her rivals. Several opposition leaders have either been jailed or disqualified from running, igniting outrage that erupted into widespread violence as protesters torched a bus, a gas station, vandalized polling centers and clashed with police, leaving parts of the capital in chaos. By Wednesday night, police imposed a dusk to dawn curfew across Dar es Salaam, a city of over 7 million people, while internet access remained largely cut off. Yet by Thursday morning, defiant crowds returned to the streets of Mbagala, Gongolamboto and Kiluvia, prompting police to fire gunshots and tear gas to disperse them. In a bid to contain the unrest, the government ordered public servants to work from home and deployed army-man roadblocks nationwide, allowing passage only to essential workers. Meanwhile, state media, the Tanzania Broadcasting Corporation, has begun airing provisional election results, showing President Samia Suluhu Hassan heading for commanding victory after her main challenger Tundu Lissu was detained, a move that triggered his Chadema party to boycott the vote entirely. Another opposition candidate, Luhaga Mpina, was barred from running, deepening the crisis of legitimacy. The unrest is a major test for Suluhu, once hailed for opening up Tanzania's political space after years of repression under her predecessor John Pombe Magufuli. Jeff Kirui, KTN.
Good morning. The situation in Tanzania is very volatile. Listen to this. Mama Samia Suluhu cannot be found, cannot be traced. Why? She's in hiding until that time that she's going to be announced as the president. 2, Diamond Platinums and Zuchu are the first celebrities in Tanzania to fly out of the country because of the onslaught the youths of Tanzania are pushing against the celebrities who supported Mama Samia Suluhu. Where are they? Where is Diamond and Zuchu? They are allegedly in Mombasa because Kenya is relatively safe.
Tanzania has started vote counting following Wednesday's presidential and parliamentary elections amid protests, curfew, and internet disruption. Schools have also been closed. Incoming President Samia Suluhu Hassan is seeking to retain power in the election, with more than a dozen opposition candidates challenging her. However, aspirants from the main opposition parties had been barred from participating in the elections, including opposition leader Tundu Lissu, who is facing treason-related charges, which he denies. His party, Chadema, was disqualified for failing to meet requirements, including signing an electoral code. Another candidate, Luhaga Mpina of ACT Wazalendo, was also disqualified on technicalities. Now, President Samia Suluhu Hassan is poised for a win as she faces weakened and fragmented opposition parties. However, there have been tensions since the voting day. Tanzanians are generally not known for protests, but thousands took to the streets in the economic hub Dar es Salaam and elsewhere on Wednesday, some of them chanting, "We want our country back." The protesters reportedly targeted polling stations, police vehicles, and businesses connected to the ruling CCM party. The police responded, and there are reports of casualties. A curfew and an internet blackout were still in place on Thursday, while the police and army had set up checkpoints around Dar es Salaam and other cities, according to media reports. The Tanzanian authorities have instructed civil servants and students to stay home amid the tensions. In a social media post late on Wednesday, government spokesperson Gerson Msigwa said, "All public servants in the country should work from home, except those whose job duties require them to be present at their workplaces as directed by their employers." Samia Suluhu Hassan became Tanzania's first female president in 2021 after being elevated from the vice presidency following the sudden death of her predecessor, John Magufuli.